Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So this update video is going to be a little different because not only am I going to be talking about the service updates for the Mousemobile and the Mercedes, but also I'm going to be talking about my plans for this upcoming school year. So with this stupid virus pandemic going on, the Mercedes isn't really being driven by mom all that much. So what's going to happen is when I go back to school, Monday through Thursday, I'm going to be driving the Mousemobile. Every Friday, I'm going to get to drive the Mercedes, just so that way, this car gets driven, because obviously cars are not made to sit. They're not garage queens. They're made to be driven. If you let them sit too long, they collect dust, they get dirty, and most importantly, internal engine damage might occur just from having the oil sit at the bottom. So things aren't lubricated as much. But anyway, as far as the Mousemobile goes, service that's needed: it needs new wiper blades, it needs a new tire cap on the right front rim, it needs an oil change, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, my second gear feels a little iffy. Like, what I mean by that is sometimes there's that second gear grind that I've experienced when I have my clutch to the floor. So even though I have my clutch to the floor, sometimes when I'm trying to shift it into second, it grinds. And so I think that second gear is almost toast, so I'm going to have it replaced, most likely. I'm not sure if the powertrain warranty covers that or not. Hopefully it does. Fingers crossed. Because I still have a year and 2 months on that powertrain warranty, which, I spent a pretty penny on. So obviously I want to get my money's worth out of that warranty. As far as tires go for the Mousemobile, you guys already know I'm replacing my winter tires before the first big snowstorm, because obviously the Blizzak WS80s I have, they're already worn to the 632nd mark, which is when Bridgestone recommends that you replace your Blizzaks, whereas every other winter tire brand, it's 432nds. So Bridgestone Blizzak, you get advanced winter performance, and then that goes away after 632nds, whereas every other winter tire company, you get good winter traction theoretically until 432nds. So I'm going to be replacing my Blizzak WS80s with a set of Continental Viking Contact 7s, which are actually cheaper than the new Blizzak WS90s, which I was originally looking at. I also considered the Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3, but that is like the most expensive non-studded winter tire that you could buy. And because I'm selling this car next year, I figured there's no reason to buy the most expensive winter tire when you could buy one that's much less expensive, like 20% less expensive, and still performs almost as good. Because obviously, any winter tire is going to be better than the most expensive all-season tires. Now, speaking of all-season tires, that's what I've got on right now on these 18-inch rims. The winters are on 16s. But anyway, these tires are almost a year old, which, considering how well they've held up, I'm impressed. But I must say, these are not really the tires that I wanted to buy, and let me explain why. So, when I discovered that my previous set of all-season tires, which, I'm baffled that they even call them all-season tires based on how they were performing. When I discovered those tires were worn, I was obviously shopping for new tires, and I wanted to buy a set of performance summer tires, so max performance summer tires like a Michelin PS4S. I was looking at that tire, and that's what I wanted to go with, but my dad talked me out of it, saying that summer tires aren't good in the wet. Well, I debunked that later on. Summer tires actually are good in both the dry and the wet, especially the PS4S, because it's designed, you know, like these two sections out here would be the dry, and then back there would be the wet. I know this is not that particular tire, but you get what I'm talking about. Anyway, so these tires I'm going to replace in probably April of 2021 with a set of PS4Ss, and I'm going to just sell this set. It does have a road hazard warranty, so yeah. So that was kind of a waste of money, which I will not make that mistake again, because indecisive me did not know that I was going to have to be, well, planning to change the tires over to summer for track use, because that's what I want to do with this car next year. I want to take it to the track just so that I can open it up, get it up to 100 miles an hour or so, and just enjoy myself, because that's what the track is for, so that way you don't have to worry about speeding tickets or anything else, that sort of thing. So that's all I'm going to talk about for now. Now, I mean, the last thing I'll say about the tires is that the only reason why you would, I mean, in my opinion, the only reason why an all-season tire would be good is, summer tires, you're not really supposed to use them below temps of 45 degrees, or you could crack the rubber compound, whereas with an all-season tire, that's not going to happen. But, it's not going to perform as well as a summer tire, obviously, but, it would be better than a summer tire in those temps, that's for sure. Like if you couldn't get your winters on in time, for example. But honestly, all-season tires are overrated in my opinion, because there are these new all-weather tires that perform much better, and they're actually safe in snow, and they have the severe snow certification just like winter tires do. All right, so as far as the Mercedes goes, it has 34,887 miles on it. And this car is going to be serviced probably the same week as the Civic when I get back from vacation, which I'm going on in 3 days. So I'm going to service that. I'm going to service the Mousemobile like first thing after we get back, unless it's a Sunday, of course, because dealerships aren't open then. But you get what I'm saying. I want to get that transmission issue checked out ASAP, especially if I'm going to take that car to the track next year. I don't want my second gear effing up on me, because, well, that would not be good. Because generally speaking on track, you're going between like second all the way up to maybe fifth gear, and then you're slowing down. But yeah, you get the idea. You're never going lower than second gear at high speeds on the track. So anyway, as far as the Mercedes goes, it'll be interesting driving this every Friday to my college. Obviously, it would be a little bit of work getting the pass transferred over every week, but it's no big deal. Now, I know I can't really hang the pass on the rearview mirror because of how it's designed, so I just put it like up here, and then the campus police will see it and they won't cite the vehicle, because that's one thing I've been good about. I've never gotten a parking citation. And a lot of my friends, they've like tweeted on Twitter, for example, oh, I wish that Santa would pay off all my parking tickets, for example. Okay, that was redundant. Who am I kidding? So, as I was saying, I've been good with that. Hopefully I can still be good with that. There have been times I almost got a parking citation, but I didn't because I was still within the time limit. And yeah, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so it'll be interesting to see, when winter comes, how these two vehicles perform on Continental winter tires versus Michelin winter tires. and obviously two-wheel drive versus four-wheel drive. So stuff like that. As far as the Ford goes, it was recently serviced. So as you guys know, this month. Oil change, as well as replace the AC condenser that had a crack in it and all the Freon leaked out. So it wasn't blowing cold when we needed it to blow cold the most, because we had like near 100-degree days. It was just insufferable, and having a car that doesn't blow cold is a pain in the butt. So, yep, car has over 9,000 miles on it now, so, yep. We've owned this for just about a year now, and not even 10,000 miles. It's amazing. But anyway, you know, I'm not really sure if there's anything coming up with this car, especially since it's been serviced. But if there are any other issues with any of the cars, there will be a video. The Mercedes is still nice and reliable with just under 35,000 miles. Now, hopefully it stays reliable for a while, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't buy a Mercedes. They're unreliable after 40,000 miles. Well, currently that's not the case, but then again, this hasn't made it to 40,000 miles, so I will keep the videos coming if that happens. So if you enjoyed this video, smash the thumbs up in the face, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, do what you guys do best, and peace out.